21 hand is up. We shall be willing to take some questions and some contributions, but each person will only be permitted 2 minutes, because by 6 p.m. on the dot, we shall close this meeting. Professor Contain will give us the closing remarks and a short closing prayer at 6 p.m. dot. So whoever wants to ask a question, you can raise the hand, but not more than 2 minutes. I'm going to be the timekeeper. Once it is 2 minutes, I will mute you. Please do not be angry. It's because we do not have all the time. Okay, sir. Barrister Kelani, you may unmute, sir.
Good evening, all. I really want to appreciate Barrister Tony Nadi. I've been following him. We have been talking. I'm glad to also have listened to this presentation. I don't have any question, but just to make a contribution very quickly. The stage where we are now is the stage where we must get the whole nation to see the need not to go for further election. That is the target that we have in mind to achieve. I am pleading with Barrister Tony Nadi to press harder on what he said here, because I wrote it down that these are things he must do, but he has already shown that he has done them, so there is no need for me to be repeating them. Continue to foster growth of similar groups, okay, all over the constituent federating units of Nigeria. And then, like you said, you have gotten them to develop a charter. I was discussing with one of our elders, Afenifere, Ayo, gotten his man name, Chief Ayo, I can't remember now, but it was this issue of charter. It was this issue of Afenifere leader.
Yeah, Ayo Adebanjo.
Adebanjo. I was in his house, and it was this issue of charter that we were talking. So I'm very, very glad that the charters are in place. People say it is unconstitutional or it's a treason to draft your own constitution, but it's not a constitution, it's a charter. And their people must get ready. A time is coming when the whole nation will say, we are stopping, we are not having elections again, we are going to go into a constituent assembly, and we are going to decide how we want to federate. It is happening already.
Amen.
But just to intensify what you are doing, sir, let this thing be going around. This your enlightenment talks and so on. Don't stop. And I see that there are many materials you are putting on the NINA's website. Please continue to put them and update them, like we are updating after the 2023 election. So I just want to encourage you on all those steps, and please just continue. Thank you so much. My time is up.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very quickly. What Ninas is saying, we cannot all sit back in our homes and hope that there's a Ninas somewhere doing it. If Yoruba people want their land back from Fulani conquest, Yoruba must stand in Yoruba land. And that was why we formed the alliance. And do what is it is in writing. The constitutional force majeure has been placed before the global community. You saw when we went to the UN in 2021 that Buhari had to hire people in New York to pretend to be Nigerians. Where are the rest of the Nigerians? All of those who went to election, whether they were Gbado supporters or obedient supporters, all of them are the ones that should stand up now to tell the political parties that they will not go to another election. Shut them down. They are the ones sucking your blood, killing you. All of those ethnic leaders of Afenifere and Ohanese and the Middle Belt Peru, what else are you doing? The Labour Congress that is looking for paltry sum. How many of you are working for government to now say if they pay you any amount of money, you are not up to 1% of the country's population? Let us insist on retrieving our sovereignty from the marauders that have hijacked it. And everything we need is already in place. Just take it. Become Ninas in your space. That is all that is required. Nothing more. But if we leave it as if there's a Ninas somewhere doing it, that is where they will ignore you. Our numbers will not stop them just by us, where we are now. It is when all of those who are suffering this torment will stand up and say, this is where we stand with NINAS. Transition now. No further national elections. Political parties close shop. Simple. In less than 6 months, we'll be out of this trauma.
Thank you, sir. Brother James Ogbonna, 2 minutes. You keep muting. Your seconds are going. You keep muting yourself.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Yes,
yes.
I'm on mute. All right. Good evening, sir. I want to thank you for this opportunity that we have. I've really learned a lot going back to the history of how this great country was formed. But I don't know, I have a question. Now, the question has to do with the vision of the Constitution. Now, if there's going to be any constitutional amendment or any reform whatsoever, there's a part of the Constitution that states that 2/3 majority of the states must endorse whatever amendments that will be done to the Constitution. And I ask, why do we need 2/3 of the states to endorse when we already have representatives of each state at the federal level, both House of Reps and Senators? Why do we have to take back whatever laws we want to amend to the states? Again, would that not be double representation? That's class. Number two, if we are going to have any amendment to the Constitution based on that section that says 2/3 of the states should endorse it, the question now is, how do we now amend the Constitution when we know that it is still the same people who are there that will still sit on the amendment? It means that we are in a very serious situation. Is there no way our Constitution can be amended to give us the people's Constitution such that the lawmakers will not have an input, but it's still the same lawmakers that will still decide whether to...
All right, Brother James, thank you very much. We have heard you. You are still talking of amendment. We have gone past amendment.
Thank you,
Brother James. If you were here during the presentation, you will have heard when we say that the business we have to do is not about amendment at all. The National Assembly we have not made any constitution. The National Assembly's legislative mandate does not extend to making constitution even by amendment. Except we make a constitution, we can then mandate them on what they can amend, and by referendum we ratify whatever they amend. So the problem of Nigeria now is not matter for amendment. The 5-point proposition is to get Nigeria to where we sit down like South. Was it amendment that cured apartheid in South Africa? Why can't we, with the education we have, why can't we read what we have that is on the table for the people who have more knowledge on the subject, that have done the work that needs to be done? We can't even examine what has been placed on the table. Yet we are crying that we're dying.
But let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward, sir. Professor Uyi, 2 minutes, sir. You may start, sir.
All right. Greetings, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to suggest the issue of sending this issue of matter to ECOWAS and AU, even if they are not going to treat it. In that kind of situation, it may even mean copying relevant, like all these constituent indigenous people, copying their different part of them and other notable people that are in support of what we are agitating for. Yeah, thank you.
All right, sir.
Very quickly. ECOWAS is in the back pocket of Nigeria, and you can see what has already happened to that Nigeria, where somebody who was willing to do the bidding of France was going to invade the Niger Republic. What we need to do does not require any of all those. The only thing we needed was from the UN Security Council and Trusteeship Council, and we got it a long time ago. Our people should please, in the name of God, put aside whatever they were thinking before and examine what we have on the table. It is in black and white. Read it. That this is A, B, C, D of what we can do today and end this trauma in a matter of weeks and months. Not to be pointing to the sky in conjecture and speculation. What is the purpose of our education? If we cannot examine, this thing has been out in the public space since 2020. Foreign governments have acted on it, interrogated it, sent their diplomats to come to sit down and discuss the aspects of it that concern them, because they have stake in Nigeria for their business or some other thing, security. The US spent 7 months interrogating this proposition. The only people who are not looking at what is written, and we put it in Guardian newspaper, 4 pages. It's all over the internet. It's in our website.
And millions.
Why can't we commit 1 hour
millions to
go and read
you guys.
what we have been told, what we are being asked to do, so that we can understand it and ask questions? We have 405 videos, broadcasts, things that show what has been done and what is left to be done. We have over 150 written materials. Any 2-3 of them can take you through what you need to know to become the one mobilizing other people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right, Brother Ejalo Nibu, your 2 minutes started.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate our spokesperson. And my suggestion now is this. Let us now break into town hall meetings. All the indigenous nationalities, the Yorubas, the Jebus, the Egbas, the Kanuri, the Efik, the Urobos, let us now break down ourselves, the analysis, into town hall meetings. Whenever we just need to have a town hall meeting, let us get in touch with the secretariat so that they'll be here. That I think is one of the ways out. I'm not convinced that we should continue to show sympathy for people that are complaining of hardship. They created the hardship.
Hey!
Nina told them not to go to 2023 election. So, but then we still will not. Nina is an advocacy group that we will need to embrace. So may God be with us. So that yes, that the town hall meeting.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. It's well taken.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Brother Philip Chima, you raised the hand and you put it down. Are you still willing to talk?
Yes.
And this prayer, man.
I muted again. I muted.
Yes, sir. I am willing to talk. I talk Tony Naji, my challenge understanding. He keeps saying it. We have bad eggs amongst us who they keep to, even if we call a town hall meeting like the last speaker says, they are the ones to equip to go and scatter it. He mentioned how do we now get behind our brothers who are traitors, who are the ones they are using to scatter any little effort. That's one. The second one is the ethnic nationalities. From a little bit, I know a lot of them have weapons that of their own, that even if when we say we are calling, they are not loyal to the ethnic group. They are loyal to their masters. How do we solve those problems, sir? Thank you.
Wow.
Very, very quickly. Very quickly. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Very quickly. If we do what we have been asked to do today, those traitors will pack their baggage and run away before you even come looking for it. They dare not come to where the people are gathered to discuss this matter. Not even the government, not DSS, not police, not army. They are committing treason, and we have told them that they are committing treason and that they will be punished except they come down from their high horse to come to discuss with the owners of the sovereignty they hijacked by way of that constitution. And so our own brethren that go to do PDP and Labour Party and APC, if we ask people, the meetings can begin by virtual, like we are holding now. Thousands of people. I see politicians that hold meeting on X, that's on Twitter, and 350,000 people turn up. We can begin with all of those things that were done towards election to mobilize people into going in one direction or the other. Can be replicated. Physical town hall meetings, of course, and every one of them, anybody that has any people any group of people they want to address at even 1 hour notice, 30 minutes notice, Secretariat can assign somebody to support them. The materials are all there. You only need to take one video and play. Give them 20 minutes to discuss it, because those things are self-explanatory. Give the document to those who can read, to read and make flyers and give to the ones who cannot read in their local language. There are people who are already doing that. Just let those who can absorb, who can read and understand, who can view and understand, join in the task. Those are traitors who run away when our people begin to say this is what we want. They can't even come to where you are discussing it, because there will be no Abuja to come to their aid in their own community, because we're not going to Abuja to hold that meeting. Are you suggesting that if you want to hold a meeting or a Zoom meeting or any kind of even physical meeting, that those people come and say you cannot discuss the constitution that is choking you? They dare not. If any one of them tries to do it, the people you are talking about, the people that have arms, we are able to talk about arms now because we have toppled the constitution that forbid people from carrying arms. All of the groups that were carrying arms before 1999 and after, Ninas went to them, Asadi Dokuba and his volunteer force, Ghanaian Dams and his OPC, all of the groups that had arms. We sat down with them, brought them to Pronac to say, put your guns aside. And they listened to us. They did not fire one shot throughout those periods. And we told them, everybody keep what you have until the time comes when those who say they are born to conquer and rule us will come to our space when we have done the first things we need to do. So the guns that are available in the hands of those people we are pointing to, I tell you, they have been they are following this matter much more than you imagine. You saw the other day in Isaac Boro Day celebration last week or so. Listen again to the video of what the Ijaw people said there about the constitution and the need to stop and renegotiate Nigeria before they begin to make their own arrangements. I can tell you that they are in with what we are doing. We only need to mobilize more people of our own people, not those who are opposed to us, to get into what has to be done. And let me also inform us that every Tuesday, Ninas hosts a town hall session on Clubhouse. Please download Clubhouse so that you're able to join every Tuesday. We are addressing people from all over the world, Nigerians who have stakes in this matter, so that even if it's that the only thing you're able to bring your own people to come to listen to before you begin to organize your own, we have every Tuesday in the Nina's Clubhouse. Secretariat can give more information. The phone numbers, please display the phone numbers people can call to make the inquiries about how to go about how to join this task. I know that the people, the conveners of this meeting are going to be doing things to reach out to people who want to join the task, the nationalities and all the groups that are complaining about anything in Nigeria. There's no other thing to do to solve this problem than to do these simple things. The work has been completed. It's just like prison compound. What Ninas is doing is a joint jailbreak from the caliphate prison the world calls Nigeria. We have finished the task. The only thing remaining is for those who are locked in that prison to stand up from their cells and march to the gate under the instruction that have been given. But if they refuse, I tell you, many of them will be slaughtered. They refused to listen in 2015, 19, 23. That's why they've been killed. If they listen now, in less than 6 months, they will be completely free of that Nigeria. And they work out their new union. I stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Brethren, we have to stop. It is 6 p.m. Already. Our schedule is to stop at 6 p.m. Even if we give 1 more hour, it still will not be enough.
No.
There is a lot people will want to talk about. So please, we will apologize. We have to bring the meeting to a close at this time. One of the things that we could do individually is let us begin to mobilize critical groups in the country, like the Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, National Association of Nigerian Students, Nigerian Bar Associations. Those are critical groups that need to start speaking now. They must know what is going on and they must all flow together in one direction. Thank you. Once again, we want to thank Ninas for
all right, we're going to end it then. We do want to thank our brothers and sisters that showed up today and showed out. Yes. We are making waves. People are getting it. We are getting it. We are getting it. Even though some of us will come out, in the midst of whatever and add some some out of order questions.
They just woke up from the grave. So when you wake up the dead, they say, huh? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Saturday? Oh my
God. And she was so serious, explaining as if she knew what she was talking about. God, please help my people. Please help them to understand what is going on. Please. But so we must collapse the fraud committed by the colonial monsters and their cronies now and transition immediately. There's no need to wait anymore. So please share this information. So when people call me to complain about food, cost of living, rice, I said, we haven't even started. If you want to change, you go to Nina's Voice. This is not about competition. We keep telling you guys, and some people think because there's a savior somewhere that is more important to them. We are not competing. All we're saying is that for you to live life and live life abundantly. That's all we're preaching here. For us to do the right things. It doesn't matter if you're former chairman of Ndemo and this, and you think everything has to come through you. You have not done the research in now. We've been saying if you have, put it out there for us to investigate now. Put it out there for us to interrogate and look over. You haven't done so. One is in the other bag, and then the other one is under somewhere's underwear. This is the only way out, brothers and sisters. As we are sitting here giggling, Ndi Kenya are here collecting job opportunities for their people. They haven't even invited your president. Microsoft is going to build a data center there in the next year, 2025. Coca-Cola is also promising to invest about $7 billion in the next 5 years. And we're here waiting for someone we're changing his diaper to rule us. End this thing now. How much must we suffer? Even YouTube is here rejecting comments. I said, end Nigeria now to end this thing. I said, no. YouTube rejected your comment. This is a spam. Try changing it a bit.
Well, they're working for the colonial monsters now, so we understand. But the people need to move. That's why we say the people need to understand, and so they can move the way they're supposed to move. Because every movement is not the movement that is required. If you're supposed to go forward and you're using back and going back, you are moving, but you're not moving in the direction that will lead you to liberation. That's why it's important for you to listen. So we thank those that came with us. Mazobidi, we saw you. Baba Anjore, sorry if I massacre your name. So we saw all of you. Thank you so much. Spread. And during the week, we're going to break this video shorter, and so that it will travel faster, because we know that they didn't give our people data and all the things. So big videos cannot travel fast. So we will still break it down, and it will get to you. Get town hall, get your town hall meetings moving. We can do it. You mobilize people for obedience, didn't you? Get to church, get to your town hall meetings, get to your alumni, get everywhere. Danger, there's fire on the mountain. If you don't move, they move you.
Wake people up.
Yeah.
Wake them up. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm excited in the spirit. We are moving. We shall see you guys next week. Continue to share this information. We are going to put the link here in the at the bottom, so you will have it to share with anyone that you want to. We must end this fraud called Nigeria. Enough already. You all have wonderful.
Huh? Special thanks to Pastor Emmanuel Bosun. We really thank you, sir. We thank you. Indeed, the Lord called you. When you were in Germany, God said, come back and go and meet the information need of the church. And you are doing it. So some people, when they say God called me, by their action, you will know. Not those that say God called them and they're coming to cheat our people and deceive them and dupe them with fake criminals and collect all their money. No, God called you. So we appreciate Pastor Emmanuel Bosun. Please let this work continue. We can do it, people. We can do it. We can liberate our people. Thank you so much. We'll continue next week.
Good day, brothers and sisters.